It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitor sideline, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. These guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, what a move. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And inside give to Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 16 on the play. That is 3rd down. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Prater's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Milton. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bengals.
At the middle, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Shy trouble on the stop.
Here's Milton. Got a man, that's legal. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
Now Milton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
that's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
At the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Throwing is Milton. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Milton now to throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 8 first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 18 carries, 84 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They need 2. Here's third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Oh, good move. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Jacksonville.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Milton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Milton. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Shrugs him off. And he'll be out right at the 35. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 35.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Call it a loss loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Jacksonville.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Up the middle, Jones. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
For baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, and the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 yards to go, second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for us Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw, Milton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Milton. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Another Cincinnati Bengals.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Milton. His pass caught with the 4. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to slither by. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
7 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 12, Hurts throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Went with a dime hook on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
From the gun on third down. Milton dancing to his left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Cincinnati.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. Milton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's another Cincinnati.
Looking to throw. Milton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
On for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They're marking down officially at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
At the 34-yard
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Milton. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
6-yard line.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Milton slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Hurts. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Now Hurts on the option right. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jacksonville.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it right left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Now he'll run on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Prater's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And back to the 30. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And 6 yards to go.
Milton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Jaguars first down.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the Jags are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Jones going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the end.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Keenan Allen from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nifty move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Milton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Milton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
We knew he had the potential to give this defense fits with his arm, but he's really given them fits with his legs in this one.
Got him tied knots, doesn't he? Because you can see the indecision all the way through. Because when you're defending an RPO and you have to have the proper...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Looking to put a drive together. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they're talking about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
Throwing is Milton.
at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's got this down to the 35. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, this is Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
1-yard gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give the shot away. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down. 1st and goal at the
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Xavier Leggett, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
Here's Milton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamison Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Gets by him at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Jaguar first down.
No doubt those those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And Allen's got it. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Running right, Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Walker in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
They've got up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Prater's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bengals set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Got a man. That's Liggett. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Milton. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Jacksonville, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.